Hello, welcome back to my channel. I'm vlogging for you today from New York City. I'm currently in Central Park. As you can see, there's like no one around, which is why I don't have a mask on. I'm very far from anyone. But I thought it'd be super interesting to vlog for you today because New York right now during the coronavirus pandemic is unlike any time I've ever seen it before. I used to live here, I've spent a lot of time in New York City, and I've never ever seen it this empty. It's maybe like a once-in-a-lifetime experience to see it like this. And I thought it might be interesting because I know a lot of people travel to New York. It's probably one of the most traveled to tourism destinations. So I know that the city is opening up more and more, and as people are starting to travel a little bit, I just wanted to show you what New York City is like right now and how you can stay safe, because while the city and many places around the world are starting to open up, this pandemic is still real and we still have to be careful and be smart if we do choose to travel. So like I said, I'm here for my best friend's wedding and to visit my family, which I hadn't seen in 9 months. So I'm personally not yet just traveling for fun, but obviously everyone has different situations, and if you do choose to come to New York City at any point over the next few months, hopefully this video will help you out. Things that you need with you everywhere are a mask, I actually have a couple in my bag, and hand sanitizer. As many of you may have seen, New York got hit hard by this pandemic. Up until September 11th, New York City has had over 241,000 cases and over 23,000 deaths. Despite this, New Yorkers are extremely resilient and hopeful, and you can really feel that here. New York entered Phase 4 of reopening on July 20th. This includes the reopening for low-risk outdoor arts, entertainment, and media production. The city has really adapted, and nearly everyone I saw was taking it very seriously, giving each other space and wearing masks. If you do travel here, always look up what the rules are, depending on where you're coming in from. People returning to New York, and particularly from 19 high-risk states, are being asked to quarantine upon return to help slow the spread of the virus. So I think not only are there significantly less tourists, like if there's any tourists here, but also a lot of New Yorkers have actually left the city. Some permanently, some people I know have rented houses or something outside of the city since they're working from home anyway, so they'd rather be in nature than be stuck in like a tiny apartment in New York. So yeah, not only are there significantly less tourists, but there's a lot less New Yorkers here as well. During any other year, Central Park attracts 40 million annual visitors, making it the second most visited tourist place in the US. Summer of 2020 looks very different though. For the first time, most lawns are empty, especially during the week. If you travel to New York, this is one of the best places for you to visit. With 843 acres of paths, there's a lot of space to spread out and enjoy the fresh air while staying safe. The day I spent in the city, end of August 2020, the subways were open and working. There were definitely significantly less passengers, making it easy to stay socially distanced. There are stickers every 6 feet to help create space, and masks are mandatory to ride. Everyone I saw on the subway was wearing a mask. It's definitely still the easiest way to get around the city, but if you don't feel comfortable using the subway, or you want a more scenic route, definitely check out the city bikes. You can rent them from pretty much anywhere, and not only are they a great way to travel, but also a great way to explore. If you plan to visit Times Square, the busiest block in New York and possibly the world, was almost empty when I was there. Usually, you'd find yourself shoulder to shoulder with tourists, as Times Square boasts 42 million visitors annually, making it the most visited tourist attraction in the US. But with most restaurants and stores closed in the area, and with very few tourists coming to the city, it felt a bit like a ghost town. The biggest shock for me, though, was seeing Grand Central Terminal at peak rush hour. It is the largest railroad terminal in the world, attracting 21 million annual visitors, and again, it was by far the most empty I've ever seen it. Guys, this is Grand Central Station at the middle of rush hour. Look at this. So crazy. While I don't personally recommend traveling for fun yet, if you do find yourself in New York in 2020, stay safe, follow the rules, and take in this beautiful city in a way that has never and may never be experienced again. Go for a walk, take a seat in a park, and enjoy the extraordinary peace found in the city that never sleeps. Many streets have been partially closed off to create space for outdoor seating at restaurants. And if you want to go shopping, some stores are still open, just with new limitations and max capacities. The signs of support and solidarity all over the city are so inspiring. New York has always been my favorite city in the world, and seeing how everyone is coming together to not only survive, but thrive during this time gives me hope. If you do come to visit soon, I hope you feel that too.